Hi, it's me, Elay, the power of influences. This is my series here. Welcome if you have not been here. Welcome if you are back. Okay, now, previously we talked about elementary. Now I want to talk about the power of influences when it comes to being yourself. It can be tough doing that, and I mean that being yourself more or less in the ages of, let's say, ninth grade on up, hypothetically speaking. um, Being yourself is hard enough. Plus, on top of that, you have to deal with daily life issues depending on what they are. Everybody is different, everybody's family and upbringing is different, so that means everybody's going to have different issues in life. So, on top of that, you have to worry about being yourself. In some situations and some families, being yourself might be considered a sin, a crime, something that they look down on because it's just not what they consider to be kosher or standardable. They may think like you should be more mature at your age, or you should be wanting to do adult jobs that will guarantee your way to success, jobs that will pay the bills, jobs that bring promise, like check every week, check every other week, stuff like that. The boring stuff. It's important, but if you're at it working a job and you don't like it, it's killing you. So, you know, high blood pressure, heart attacks, taking it out on your family, regrets, making commitments and buying stuff that you really don't want to buy, but big ticket items such as cars and additional cars and running up your credit card bills and stuff, you can get really trapped into all of those things. This is kind of like a preface. I remember growing up, I used to say preface in the book, Preface, preface. Preface. This is kind of like a preface to what I'm going to talk about now in the power of influences when it comes to things of that nature, influences of the family. When it comes to picking your social life, your social circle, the type of college you want to go to, what type of education you want to have or are going to have, the power of influences when it comes into the household, when it comes to issues of religion, the power of influences in the household when it comes to being the black sheep, the odd duck out, or being too smart, too quiet, too shy. Not like the others. I wish you were a boy. I wish you were a girl. I wish you were more manly. I wish you were more feminine. Things of that nature. All of these things unfortunately fall into the upbringing of being into a household. Some can be good, some can be bad, but the majority of people have witnessed a lot of negativity. They've managed and found ways to cope with it on their own. Some are still coping with it, some just self medicate. I'm not judging anybody, because we still have to go out there and do the 9 to 5, most of us. So just take care of yourself, be careful. So this is kind of like an introduction to what I'm going to talk about now when it comes to the power of influence. Just imagine you're not in elementary anymore. You're like in ninth grade, going to high school, going to college years, where stuff really starts to sink in and get serious. Although in some people's lives things start to hit the fan and get serious way younger, and I do apologize for people who had to go through that. So this is my introductory to that, to get you guys going. And just a reminder that the power of influence also falls under the category of peer pressure and the power of someone suggesting something, strongly suggesting something in a way that will coerce you into doing something you will regret later. That's bad influence. There's so many things that I can talk about when it comes to this. So many, and I'm trying to keep them all in order. So, this is my introduction to the next segment of influence, which will be dealing with being inside the household and preferences that the authority figure sets upon their children, family, wife, dogs. and anyone who may come into their domain. Whew, that's a lot. Comment, subscribe, share with me your story, etc., etc., etc.